Morning, guys. Welcome to CBS Colouring Book Club. Thank you for being here today. So this will be part 3 of The Sky Watcher, which is by Raven Phelan, Dreams, Dragons and Dragon King. Now, I haven't got much to go on this guy. So I thought I'd just finish it off. And officially here in Australia, it's daylight savings. So times have messed up by an hour. So yep, I might be an hour early for a lot of you guys. So it's a little bit confusing at the moment. Now, I've been using just these colours here. So I've stuck with the same few pencils. But I'll just finish this guy off. And because it's October, I'm not sure whether I'll do this one or I should put a bookmark in it. Or maybe the forest. I'm not sure which one I'll do yet. Either one. But anyway, this is Delicious Doodles collection by Terry Sherman, Shades of Darkness. So that might be my next one. Either this one or the forest. I'm just not sure which one I'll do yet. I think I might do her. We'll see how we go. But anyway, I'm going to use Hannah 1031 in the Prisma. And there's not a lot to go. Now I'll just bring up my controls so I can zoom in a bit. There we go. Oh, the colours look different on the screen. There's a fair bit more green in that than it shows up. But anyway, so I'm just using some Hannah to start off with. I hope everyone's had a good week. Just noticed a bit. Celadon Green 1020 in the Prisma. and some putty beige, which I've used a fair bit of in this picture. Now putty beige is 1083. I thought the lid was broken then, it's not. Sorry about the chair, guys. Try and fix it again one day. Just a bit more celadon green just to darken up a couple of places there. Now I did a fair bit off stream, get all this shading in under his mane. So now I'm just using the putty beige just to smooth out the shadows and blend the colour in a little bit. Um, 90% warm grey, just put a bit more dark. Bit more celadon green. Now it's a large area where his shoulder is, and it's quite a boring process. So I did 3 layers off stream. Excuse me. So I thought I'd just do some of this on stream, but it's just a matter of building up the colour a bit. I didn't want to spend all the time just doing this large area on screen with you guys. That's a bit much to watch. So I'm just lightly using the celadon green just for a bit of colour. And I'll be using very light pressure and circular motion. Alright, so you can't really see the colour on screen as much as in real life. That's quite often the way as well. Just putting a bit of white in here just to highlight. There we go. Now there's a few stars up the top. I'll grab the poster. I haven't used it for a little while. And it worked. Now, for starters, I'm just going to get rid of these black lines on these stars. Hello, little man. What you doing? You stay out of my pencils. Thank you very much. Okay, I need a really light blue. I'm not the best at stars not good at stars at the best of times, but when they do these black lines like this, makes it harder to get a nice shape in the stars. Now there was a star up here as well, and I covered a fair bit out with paint. Oh well. There's another one. It's a bit botchy. There's a couple more. Not even nice stars, really. So I'm just letting a tinge of that blue come through the star. Just didn't come up his nose. This Posca is not liking the watercolour paint surface very much. Anyway, there we go. That'll do him. He's pretty much finished. I could do another layer of colour down on his shoulder, but other than that, he's pretty much finished. So there's our Sky Watcher. So I'll get him out of the way. Now, what should I do? Should I do her or should I do the forest? I think I might do her. Seeing it's October and Halloween, Spooktober. Right, now what I thought I might do, I should put those pencils away, but now this is Delicious Doodles collection, Shades of Darkness by Terry Sherman. Hey Kimmy, how you going, darling? Are you home now? We'll have to have a catch up. Haven't spoken to you for ages. All right, so I'm going to do this one, and what I thought I might do, we'll see how we go. It's create space paper, so it's very thin. So I've got Derwent Drawing here, which has got some really earthy, they're very earthy coloured pencils. Might leave them in their box now. And now Carbothello pencils are very chalky pencils. So there's some different, like a few brighter colours and everything in there. So I thought I might use a few of these as well. But these tend to smudge a fair bit. So I might have to use some fixative when I've finished. So we'll see how we go. But anyway, I thought I'd play around with these two sets of pencils. See how we go. So I'm going to start off with so these are quite bright. What colour have we got here? Doesn't actually tell you. Just below Carbothello, 3 numbers rubbing off. I think it's 390 by the look of that. But I'll just see how I go because, like I said, they're very smudgy pencils because they're charcoal pencils. I think, yeah, they're charcoal, I think. Oh, there's the black. Oh, that one's a... I'm trying to look for my black in here, but there might not be one. I thought there was. Of course there is. Of course there is. But see, it's coming off on my fingers already. Well, that's a bit of Posca, but there is a little bit of this that comes off onto your fingers quite easily. So if you use these pencils, you might have to use some fixative. on the phone to Abby. She's going to try and get here as soon as she can. Oh, yes, we need to catch up. No worries, darling. Alrighty. Now, for starters, I'm going to use a bit of Carbothello, but if I don't like what's happening with them, then I'm just going to switch straight over to the drawing pencils. But I have Carbothello 390, which is a blue, Carbothello 750, which is the black, and a brown, which is 625. Yeah, there's no names on them, so I cannot tell you. But we'll see how we go. So I'm going to start off with the brown. Now, like I said, this is Create Space paper. It's very thin paper. But these pencils go on so easily, like chalk. And of course you can, because it's very chalky like that, you can smudge it in. So there's just something different. Just have to be careful later on where you put your hands, otherwise you will smudge it everywhere. And they're a bit of a messy pencil. Say hello to Abby for me, Kimmy. Tell her to get her butt in here. Now, the good thing about these pencils is they're a bit quicker too. I can zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Whoa! I'd like to be gentle with these pencils because I think the leads would break quite easily. Now she's got feathers and all sorts of things happening here. Onto the blue. And I have to be very careful not to get pencil everywhere. Oh my goodness, Heather, I have to go for a little bit. I'll be back. Everything is okay. I just have to take care of something. All right, darling. I might just grab a bit of toweling, guys. I'll be back in a second. Just in case. Finish off my cold coffee. I didn't make a fresh one before I started. All right. Now that blue on top of that brown gives it a nicer dark shade too. And you can hear how chalky they are. I thought that was. Right, let's see how we go here. Now, because they're chalky, they do erase. I'm taking it easy because it's very thin paper, but that came off. That came off quite nicely. So if you do make a mistake and you haven't gone too far, you can erase it. A bit like the pan pastels and a few other mediums that you can use. Now for the black, which can make a right raw mess. Now this is just for the base coat, and then I'll move on to the Derwent drawing, and I'll make it a little bit more permanent with the pencils as well. This is a good, like if you're using watercolours for a base or acrylic paints or pan pastels, and then you go over with other pencils, this is another good one to use. nice and quick, but just a little bit messy. So I'm trying not to get my hand on here and smudge it everywhere. And I actually bought these to use with pan pastels, I think it was, for touching up after using pan pastels, but they're there to be used, and I thought I might use these. And I don't use them much because they are messy. More brown. I'm using these strokes because it's her hair, so I do want her to have individual strands. I don't want it to just be one big blob of black or brown. I want these colours to mix in with each other. Now, I can use a bit of light blue as well, which is 450. Now, the one thing with these pencils is I'm using the light blue, but you can actually see it picking up the other colours. So because I'm using this light blue just for a bit of lighter highlight, be careful you don't drag too much of the darker colours. And you can even give the pencil a bit of a clean. And you can see the darker colour come off and the pencil comes up really clean, really quickly. Now that she's got her base colours, going with the dirt drawing and get rid of that. see how we go. A bit of a sharpen. They sharpen very quickly too. I'm just doing like half a turn, one turn, and that's already come up really sharp. Alright. So ivory black, which is 6700 in the Derwent drawing pencil. And without smudging everywhere, oops, see they're quite soft, the Derwent drawing as well. Now I can start adding some more strands of hair, especially where I want the darker shade. Putting a bit of pressure in there. Around the bird's skeleton. Now, like I said, I'm trying these out. If I don't like them, then I'll move on to another pencil, like a Prisma or Arteza or something. But at the moment, I'm just putting some black in with a fair bit of pressure, just so we know where the shading's going to go. Now, I could have used other pencils to do her skin, but I thought I'd try and do the whole thing with these. And at the edge, the sharpness comes out pretty quickly. And I am putting pressure on this because I want these shaded areas. To stand out. This one is chocolate 6600. Now, I'm not sure, it might be a little bit dark. Oh, it's not too bad. Still shows up some brown, so that's okay. Sharpen this black. Hey, Mona! Kimmy's on the phone or something, as you can see in chat there, but hopefully she's not too far away. Starlight Savings started in Australia today, so it might be a bit confusing with times. An hour ahead for us, but you guys might be still on normal time, I suppose. So it's a little bit confusing. Hey, Kimmy, you're back, sweetheart. Now, this one is Smoke Blue 3810 in the Derwent drawing. Now, I have no idea how this will turn out because of the pencils I'm using. Don't use them very much at all. So it's new to me as well. But it's always nice to play around. Something a bit different. I would like a nice light blue in these colours, but they don't have one. This is an ink blue 3720 in the Derwent drawing. So I'm just adding different colours in. If it's too dark, then I might not use it. But it's not too bad. But I can still use, come back here, just use the Carbothello light blue for highlights. There's also white. You can use white as well. There's a couple of other light colours in the Derwent drawing as well. That's a Chinese. You won't worry about that one. Wheat as well, which is a creamy colour. And there I have you on my phone watching. I'll be back in just a little bit. I have to go out. Yeah. All right, Kiwi. See you later, darling. If you make it back, you do. You do. If you don't, you don't. Healing nicely, Mona. That's good to hear, sweetheart. Good. Now these Carbothello are rather expensive, actually, so I really don't want to be breaking the leads. So I can use the light blue. Then you can grab the white, the Chinese white 7200. And if I put the white Derwent drawing over the top of the Carbothello light blue, it'll just seal it in a little bit as well. And then when you use this darker blue, it also lightens it up. It's not a bad colour. But it's all experimental today. It's all playing. See what we can do with these pencils. Back to the chocolate. And because I've got the white in there as well, it's also giving me a lighter brown. So she's getting different shades of colour in there. And if it's a complete and utter fail, oh well. You can always grab the Prismas, I suppose, or another pencil and have a play around. Try not to rip your pages out if you're not happy with them. Just leave them, and when you pick up some more skills or you feel that you've had a break from it, go back and have another go at it and see if you can fix it up. Hey, Abby. Hello, neighbour. Abby's neighbour. Hey, Sherry. I wasn't expecting you today. No, it's my usual stream time. It's just that it's daylight savings here in Australia today, so the times are out by an hour. So it's a bit confusing. You has new toys? No, I has no new toys. These are just pencils that I don't use very much, and I just thought I'd be different today. And I've got a bit of paper towel here, and I'll get some of that dark off the white. No, they're not new. They're just something I haven't used very much at all. So I'm using Derwent drawing pencils, and I'm also using the Carbothello. And the Carbothello are a very chalky pencil. So they smudge a bit like the pastels and your soft pastels and things like that. So I'm trying not to smudge, but I use them as a bit of a base coat, and then I'm using the Derwent drawing over the top, which seals the Carbothello pencils in a little bit. But it's quicker too than using my normal pencils. Instead of putting you guys through torture, I thought I'd use something a bit quicker and a little bit different today. Now I put a bit of blue in here between his ribs too, just so you can see the difference between him his skeleton and her dark hair. And I'll do him some greys and a bit of beige, and maybe a tint or two of other colours as well. So I'm just putting a bit of blue in there as well, but you still want to be able to put some streaks in there because these pencils are quite thick lead. It doesn't really matter, but if you can see a couple of streaks to show that it's her hair and not just black dark blobs, that would be good. But they are a thick lead. Even though you sharpen them to a point, the point doesn't stay sharp for very long. So try and get some streaks in here to show that it is her hair, so it's not just this massive blob. Get some different colours in there. So I'm using the brown. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, I'm using the brown. I wasn't. That was black just then. But I've used a bit of black just to show where her hair shading is, and then I'll use the brown so it's not quite as dark. A bit of blue. But as you can see while I'm doing this, the leads are thick and the sharp point doesn't stay there for very long. So at the moment it just looks like there's no strands of hair. So you can get some black in there, some browns, do some streaks a bit heavier than others. And then use the white, you can lighten it back up. And because these pencils, I'm not sure, I haven't tried erasing the Derwent drawing, but the Carbothello come off pretty easy. And then just a little bit of white here to lighten that little bit up and make it darker for a bit of shading under his beak. just clean your pencil up, because with the carbothello or the chalk, that picks up the colour really easy. So you'll drag that all over the place if you don't clean it up. So I've got a bit of toweling here just to get that colour off. And it comes off easy, except for that one spot. Make a liar out of me. It's coming off. There, it's gone now, and it's nice back to white. I got some fluorescent Posca in today. Oh, pretty. How do you like the Derwents? I like the Derwent drawing pencils. They're very earthy tones, but I like them. They're nice to colour with. I have several drawing pencils, but not those ones. The Carbothello for me they're quite expensive. Hi, Rochelle. Hi, and bye. Taking my meds and going to bed. Just to let you know, I'm still here and supporting you. Love to you. Oh, God, love you. Take care, sweetheart. And I hope you can watch in bed and just, I'll send you off to La La Land. Sherry, you love the Carbothellos. Hey, B, you slept in. Yes, it's daylight savings here today, so it's a bit weird for the first week or two till everyone adjusts to the times. Hi, Vicky. Thank you for being here today. Everyone, please say hello to Vicky and make her feel welcome. Sherry, I've been under the weather, but trying to fight back. Have a good night, my friend. Oh, darling. All right, so I'm using Carbothello today, and I'm using Derwent Drawing. So I've got two different pencils here. Carbothello I used as pretty much a base coat, which is these guys. That's what they look like. They don't have colour names on them, just numbers. So I don't know what. It's a light blue. That's all I can tell you. No name. But using them for a base coat, and see how it's picking up that black and it's dragging it a bit. So just be careful because it's very chalky. I want the brown, the chocolate. And because it's October now, Spooktober, Halloween, all the rest of it, I thought I might do this girl. And I haven't coloured in this book either. I can't wait to get my books out of these boxes. It's driving me up the wall. But I knew where these were, and I thought, it's October, so I think I might do just a bit of white in there. I think I might do something to do with Halloween. Not everyone's cup of tea, but, we do variety, so might not like this picture particularly, but there might be something else. But personally, for me, I love my horror, creatures, monsters, and everything else. So, got a few, I suppose you could say, spooky books there with quite macabre pictures in them. But I've already said a couple of times during this video, this stream, that they don't keep their sharp point very long at all. So you might find yourself sharpening quite regularly, especially if you're putting pressure on them in places. Where's my... Yeah, that's the black. And because of the chalkiness of them and not keeping their sharp point, it takes a bit of work to get these strands of hair to not just turn into a big blob. Want some definition in there. Where's my blue? I might sharpen that one and have a sip of my cold coffee. This book is Delicious Doodles, the collection. Leave that one alone, by the way. Shades of Darkness by Terry Sherman. There we go. And there should be a flip through in my playlist somewhere with this book. Well, I'm pretty sure. Sherry, did you have a look at the and the other guy? I've just about finished him. I did him. Hang on, I don't want to smudge. That'll just go everywhere. Oh, hair looks good for my over there. It's amazing what things can look like a million miles away. Hey, Wes, what you doing? There we go. I did him probably in the first 10, 15 minutes of the stream. I could put another layer of colour down there, but anyway, he's pretty much finished. So, and I did these lousy stars up the top. So, anyway, that's him pretty much done. And now I've moved on to this one. So, the sun's come out now, so the light's changed in here. It looks funny. Where are we? That is true, but I love them because they don't fall out of the pencil as much as they do what pastels do. What book is this? I am fine with most things except the witch pictures. Is she a witch? I love scary, just not bloody scary. You can take that two ways. Yeah, some of the pictures in some of them, you know, like it depends how far you want to go with some of these. So there's a few, but this is the first one I've coloured in this book. There's some pretty macabre pictures there. It was either this one here or this one. I wasn't sure which one to do. So, but anyway, I felt like doing her, so I chose her. But it's not a bad book. It just, yeah, it was not for everyone. To each their own. But like I said, you know, we colour heaps of variety, so we try to keep everybody happy. The Do It Drawing Pencils Soft. They're quite creamy. They're a nice pencil to colour with. The leads aren't really brittle, so you can do a bit with them. They're pretty good. I like them. They're very earthy colours. Very, very earthy colours. But no, I like them. Quite creamy, and the leads they're not very brittle, so they're pretty good. I do recommend them. And if you're into those colours. Well, oh, thanks, Sherry. Oh, pretty sky. Thank you. Oh, this one is all right. Oh, can you go back to the cross? Good on you. Yeah, which one? There's a few with crosses in it. There is a flip through, but I just asked you before, Sherry, did you go and have a look at, excuse me, did you go and have a look at the flip through of this one? Oh, crosses. I don't know. There's a cross. There's a cross there. Now, watch what I'm able to find them here. See, I like that one. I like those kind of swamp kind of scene. I like that. There's one with a cross in it. That's the front cover. See, I like creatures. I love creatures, monsters, medieval, dragons, fantasy. Love stuff like that. It's lovely. Oh, I like that one. I like that one. Which one? Nice book overall. Me too. It just depends what. See, it just depends what you're into. But there is a flip through of it anyway, so you're welcome to go and watch that one as well. You're welcome to watch any of my videos. All right, so we're doing her hair. She needs a bit of blue down in here. And a bit more brown. It's the same colour. Make sure I go up to the edge. Oh no, it is the chocolate. I was thinking I've just picked up the black. No, I haven't. Paste to really check, but anyway. So this one's a do-it drawing, and this is Create Space paper. It's really, really thin. Will do. It's been super busy this week. I've had a good week. My neighbour across the road, Wendy, we got chatting, and do you want a drink? So we had a drink. Then she kept filling up my glass. Then she's filling it up again. And again. So yeah, it was just a little bit tipsy. And then we decided we'd go for a walk through Deadville. That's why I'm calling it here, Deadville, because it's so quiet. It's 50s and over, resort style independent living. It's not a retirement village, but some of the people, if they thought they were getting an actual retirement village, they're in the wrong place. So anyway, we call it Deadville because it is quiet. The communities are nice and, they're peaceful. They're nice and quiet. Not with us. Well, we tried to be quiet, but we thought we'll go for a walk around Deadville. So we had our glasses and off we went. We went for a walk around Deadville. Then we were looking in a couple of empty houses through the windows and went up to the front gate. And I'm at the front gate. Let us out! Let us out! We're in jail. Shh, gotta be quiet. Because we've got our on-site managers live right near the gate, Kate and Walshy, and they are awesome. The both of them, they are really cool. They're both great. We're mucking around there, and then we're over at the sign. Go, oh, this is our house here. Shh, is this one sold? Yeah, I think it's sold. No, that's sold, but there's no one in them yet. Yeah, but they are sold because when I bought my place, they weren't sold, and then a bit later they were sold. But there's no one in them yet. And I said, no, there's no one in them yet, but there will be. And we were just mucking around with the sign and, laughing and carrying on up the street and letting a couple of snort laughs go. And, we had a ball. We had an absolute, hello, Wes, what you doing? Here comes Mr. Destruction. What are you doing? Don't stand on the laptop. No. Good boy. Go on, you go up on there. So we had hey Abby, we had an absolute, sorry about the table, it's rickety, not much I can do about it. We had an absolute blast. It was hilarious. So yeah, it was a bit tipsy that night. And then Friday afternoons they have happy hour, and because the clubhouse locked down and all the rest of it, they had it outside someone's place. So they were we were sitting in the driveway and in the garage and just had some nibblies and drinks and things, and that was pretty good. And then, like, a few of the oldies will have a drink and everything, but then they started heading off, and it's like the party, look, see my hand from the pencil, so you got to be careful you don't smudge it everywhere. So, a few of the oldies have a good drink and they get in on a laugh and everything, but then they started heading off. They'd been there, a couple of hours. It started at 4:00 in the afternoon, so they did a good, 2.5 hours, and then they headed off. And I said, "Do you want to go back?" I said, "Oh, we'll do this tomorrow." What are you doing, Wesley? I don't know what that was. Anyway, so yesterday, 4:00, we went over to Wendy's, and we found another lady up the road. She likes to have a drink too, so we've got a recruit. So there's 4 of us now, and her name's Marilyn. She's lovely too. So yesterday at 4:00, we went over to Wendy's and had a few drinks, so 5 of us. So this drinking thing is becoming a habit. And Wendy said something about Monday. I said, "Look, I'm not going to drink every day because I'm not a drinker by rights, but I've been having fun. But the indulging has to sort of come to a bit of an end somewhere along the line. So yeah, not drinking every day. I can't do it. But we've certainly been having some fun." So my 2 neighbours across the road, Lynn and Wendy, and Marilyn, who lives up the road from us, between the 4 of us, trouble. What is he up to? I'll be back in a sec. He's up to something. What are you doing, Cat? Good boy. What are you doing? You're making a bit of a noise there. I bought him one of those cat tunnels and he's having a blast with it. He's thoroughly enjoying it, actually. It's quite funny with it. So that's good. But I'm glad he's enjoying it. Anyway, I should get this hair done. I started off pretty quick, but like usual. Oh, he does that. Did you hear that? When I wake up in the mornings, that's what I wake up to. It's so cute. The chocolate. Anyway, enough of her hair. I'll get to more of that later, so I'll just play around. So you guys are the hell roses of the neighbourhood. Oh, yeah. Heather, they did know trouble was moving there. Yep. Oh, my God, we got such a reputation. Oh, laugh out loud. Yes. He's been called trouble and blaming each other. It's her fault. No, it's your fault. You're the one that keeps filling up the glasses. That's just yep. We're the single street. Oh my God. And we're at the happy hour the other day, and one of the ladies there, she wasn't sharp about it actually, but I don't know. There's quite a few single ladies here, right? And there's no single blokes. And then apparently there is a single bloke, God help him, and he's moving in, and I'm not sure when, but he's moving in next to Lynn across the road. Oh, laugh out loud. It's going to be funny. So he's moving into the single ladies street. So it's got, no, I don't want a bar of it. Thank you very much. So don't even suggest or go there. But no. But it's going to be funny. And apparently, I don't know, Wendy was talking to one of the ladies around at the happy hour, and she turned around and he's mine. Get your eyes off him. He's going to be mine. I'm happy, and it's like, oh, wow, are you kidding? Like, I'm glad he's got a say in it. But anyway, Got to share. Oh, no, no. No. And at the happy hour on the corner, two houses. Yep, see, there goes. That's the drawing. Just broke. They're not. I haven't found them to be really brittle, but I mean, leads do break occasionally. Get back in there. Anyway, so yeah, two ladies next door that live on the corner next to where we were having happy hour. Apparently they're I don't know. They should be in a retirement village. They shouldn't be in this community because the people around at happy hour have a good time and they're happy and they laugh and make noise and and all the rest of it. And don't get me wrong, so they're lesbians and they're sticking to themselves, and all they can do is whinge and complain. I don't know if they're complaining to must be to Walshy and Kate or whatever. You have to do something about those happy hours. There's too much noise. It's too loud. You have to do something about it. And Kate and Walshy are like, well, we can't do anything about it at the moment because you can't come to the temporary clubhouse because of COVID. So, yeah, deal with it, you old bags. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but they should be in a retirement village. They shouldn't be here if they can't handle it. Because as much as it's quiet here and everything, there's a lot of people here that like to have fun, and that's what we're doing. We're having fun. So if you want to be morbid old cows, sell up and go to a retirement village. He knows what he's doing. Oh, I don't know about that. We need bees warning. This one here is wheat 5715 in the drawing. I was actually going to use. Let me see if I can get the right colour. Not really. I'll try the Carbothello. It's a creamy colour, but there's no other colour that I really want for her skin that's in those. It's more the earthy tones. We'll see what happens. All right, I'll put a light layer of this one. This one's a cream Carbothello, just for a light layer. So anyway, yeah, they're whinging and complaining about it, and Tina said to me, I don't know about these two next door. They keep complaining about the happy hours and the noise and everything. I don't think they'll last here. And it's like, well, if they're going to whinge and complain and be like that, then good, go away. So, yeah, it's been funny. But the happy hours and, having like the fun yesterday, and people bring around nibblies and party pie, sausage rolls and dips and all sorts of yummy food. So deal with it, you two. Take your sausage dogs and find yourselves a retirement village. I could say some stuff on that, but would really have to be bees warning for that, rolling on the floor. Warning, the following chat may offend some people. We don't intend to offend, but we can't please everybody. There's my warning. Go for it, Sherry. Alright, so I'll do, this is working out, I guess. So I'll do a light layer of Carbothello. Oh, he's funny. On that mat that I got, and the cat tunnel, yeah. He's having fun. Next Friday, I'll get my cat net, hopefully. Well, it's supposed to be next Friday between 8:30 and 9:30. He's coming to do it. So next week, he'll be able to finally get outside on the deck with me, which will be cool. I haven't hung up my chimes anywhere yet that I had at Scarsdale, but I've actually got a water pump in a dish out there with stones in it, and when I turn that on, it's nice. I'll have to. Well, was quite grey and looked like it was not far off raining, but the sun's starting to come out now. So I should go and turn it on. So one good thing with these pencils, because they're chalky, they cover the surface really quick and you don't get streaks. I suppose you would if you pressed hard enough, but no, it does a good. It's a bit like a pan pastel. It covers the surface quickly. But I'm only using this for a base coat. And you can, as I said, like they're chalky, so you do get a bit of dust off them. I'll have to get out the vacuum cleaner later. Got to be careful I don't drag that hair colour onto her skin, because otherwise it'll be just black and horrible. Exactly, I do make more noise. I'd make more noise. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Get rid of them. Now she went out in the car and come back and sort of took off in a bit of a like pooey sort of a mood, I suppose. Oh, I missed her hair. Yeah, a bit of a pooey mood, I suppose, in defiance kind of thing. I just ignored her. She come home and parked in the drive and, oh, well, if you don't like it. Oh, and then last night we're sitting there having drinks and Lynn gets this message. She ordered plants I think she said, well, nearly a month ago when she moved in. And we're sitting there having drinks on a Saturday night. And at about 5 to 7 or something, she gets his message. Oh, your plants are on their way. They'll be here in about 45 minutes. And we're like, what? On a Saturday night? You're going to be kidding. So we went for a walk up to the gate, Lynn and I, to make sure we could open it with our little deep thing. Anyway, so she pressed it and it opened. And I'm like, and luckily it doesn't make much noise and it opened. And then it's on a timer and then it's shut. And then she pressed it and it opened again. It's like, you're going to have bullshit Kate out here in a minute wondering what's going on. So anyway, it was working. So then we went back and we waited another 40 minutes or whatever. And then she got another message that they were 5 minutes away or something and track it. So we saw where the truck was. So we went out the front. We're waiting for it. We could hear something coming and then these big bright headlights. So I got my phone and turned the torch on and I'm sort of waving out the road a bit so they knew they could, he was on the right track. And anyway, he was, I don't know if he was Indian or Pakistani or something. He had one of those, those, what do they call them? I've forgotten the name of them. You know, it looks like it's a hat, looks like a towel, but the Indians and that wear them and all that. Anyway, so he had one of them on, and he'd come all the way from Melbourne. I suppose he had other deliveries too, but you know that they were way behind in deliveries, running late. And anyway, because it said between 7 and 11 o'clock, and she goes, "I'll be dead. I'll be in bed by then." I said, "Well, not tonight. You won't be because your plans are coming." Anyway, so about 8 o'clock or something, he turned up. And we got him in the gate. We walked up to the house, so we knew where he was going. We offloaded the plants. And then I said, "You can do a U-turn in that double driveway, but don't drive on the gardens because there's piping in there." So instead of doing that, he reversed up the road. Next minute, I was looking the other way and I heard this noise and I turned around and it's like, did he just hit that car? Because the cars are parked. We're not allowed to park on the street at night, but we can park in our garage or we can park in our driveway. And he's come reversing up the road, and this car was not out on the road, but you know, it was just about on the gutter in the driveway. And we thought he hit it. And it's like, oh my God, no. Oh no. So he stopped and he got out and he had a look and put his phone torch on and had a look. And he said, "No, I didn't hit it." Bloody well sounded like it. It's like, oh dear. So anyway, and then he got up to the corner because his house is under construction and there's a construction fence there, but it was open. Anyway, so he got up to that, and it's a curve road goes around, and he's got up there and he's reversed there, and I thought, you go on that too much, you're going to get bogged. So we went back a bit and then went forward, then went back a bit and then drove off. And I don't know if he went over the garden at the corner or not, which cops a lot anyway with trucks and stuff coming around. But it's like, oh God, like, and then when he went up to the car, we got our torchlights on and looking to see if he hit the car. And all these people are going to, we know who they are, but it's like they're going to come out and see what the hell's going on in a minute. You know, and we're trying not to laugh, and because we've had a few drinks and everything. So I'll tell you what, we're having a lot of fun here. It's been awesome. But yeah, we thought he hit that car. Geez, it sounded like it. I tell you what, it didn't sound real good. What colour will I use? But yeah, a lot of fun. We've had lots and lots of fun. Warm Earth in the Derwent drawing 555 5550. So I'm going to watch my hand. Oh, it's been fun, you guys. It's been really funny. So that was our little adventure last night. But at least she's got her plants now. But delivering on a Saturday night, 8 o'clock on a Saturday night, I was like, what? Wow. What you doing, Wes? Yeah, I did say that, didn't I think? Warm Earth. 5550 anyhow, but it's Warm Earth. That's been fun. And of course, I didn't want the Ethernet cable so short, so I went to Bunnings and got a longer one. So I'm up at the end of the table again now and made a few arrangements. A few changes. But I do like this setup. It's okay. And I've got my bookcase out of the infinity cabinet. And just, that's his skeleton. And just drag that up to this end of the table, so that's no big deal. But like I said last stream, if I'm not careful, little Mr. Wesley, hello, what you doing? we'll get in there and start dragging stuff out. And I went shopping last week or whenever and bought the Ethernet cable, and I have to wait 12 weeks before I can get my sofa, my couch, which is crazy. So I ended up buying a papasan, the round papasan. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, that's right. So I went shopping and come home, and it's like, what have you been up to? And I walk in, and in the laundry, the spare toilet, half the roll. Some of the rolls on he's managed to break it off, which is good because the whole lot didn't unravel, but here's half of it, half shredded on the floor. So what else have you been up to? So I walk in here and I look in my bedroom, and there's this white plug off the sink out of the spare toilet on the floor with teeth marks in it. So he's been walking around with that. And what else have you been up to while I've been out? So he's a funny boy. You'll love him to death. Colour will I use? Terracotta 6400. Cats are mischievous. Yeah, especially this little bugger. Laugh at leaving kids at home. That's what happens. Yeah. And of course, I've been doing a few things and going across the road. And the other day, happy hour, we went up. Lynn wanted to come home and go to the loo, and I changed my boots because I was killing my feet. And then Marilyn come home and we said, you come around a happy hour? And she goes, yeah, I just got home. I was going to come around. I said, well, they're still going, so we'll wait for you. So we did what we had to do, and we walked up to her place, and you can hear him. And she's on the opposite side, but she's about 4 houses or 5 houses up nearly. And you can hear, wow. I was like, oh, I feel so bad. And he's at the front door. I want to come too. I was like, you can't, mate. Oh, I just felt so awful. Now, this one is Brown Ochre 5700. But you could hear him up at her house, and it's like, oh, little man. It sounds awful. It's so stressful when he does that. I want to come too. And then when I come home, he's like a little dog. He's all excited, and he bolts up the hallway and tail up in the air. He's so cute. A lady up the road from me, Jan, she likes to colour. She came up the other night, she said, because she doesn't shop online, and she was asking for some addresses for some diamond paintings. So I helped her out with that. Talked about colouring. I said, you can come up any time, and talking about colouring. And I said, like there's all different types of pencils. She's going to be enabled. I mean, she might not want to get into it that much, but she saw my the Skywatcher there, which is this one here. So she's like, oh wow, look at him, he's so smooth. I said, well, I just use Prismacolor pencils. I said, when you come up, I'll show you the different pencils, some layer, some blend, some are wax based, some are oil based. So there's all sorts of different things. You can get as technical as you want, like any other subject. Looks like you're going to be enabled. So this is just a cream card Othello. I'm just blending in some more of these colours. I hope she looks really sickly because she's supposed to be. You need to get him a harness and leash. I have thought about it. I don't know how we'd go, but a lot of cats do. Heather, my spaz was like that, yeah. And some are Chinese knockoffs. Yep. I have thought about it. I don't know how we would go. There's only one way to find out. I think they keep Buckley locked up out the back now. I don't know. I haven't seen him out the front for a while because the first thing he does is he wants to come up to my place. Come up and see Wesley, I think. So, they've been at sports. Now I'm going to use I might use it just tucking pencils, just to be different. What's that one? That's a sepia. Instead of using black, I'm going to use a couple of Lyra just to be different. Now, I'll start off with dark sepia, which is 75. There's a few O's in there. Anyway, dark sepia in the Lyra. She's got a couple of strands of hair there coming over her eyes. Spaz had one and people thought it was a hoot when I would take him out. Yeah, they do. It looks funny when you've got a cat on a lead instead of a dog. Shadow like to go out and walk on the grass. Yeah. And unfortunately, there's no grass here. No. It's all this mulch. I don't know what type of it's. Yeah, barky mulch. It's not pine bark, but yeah, it's all mulch everywhere, and the soil here is really clay and it's hard, and clay soil needs to be broken up with gypsum, and so it's like a rock. It's really hard. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but at least he will be able to come outside at the back anyway at this stage. About the harness and lead, I don't know. I have thought about it. Heather, if you want to talk about leash and harness for cats, hit me up sometime. I am very experienced on that. Oh, no worries. Thank you, Sherry. I haven't had one for the bearded dragons. Little bear goes on a screen porch. Yep. Sherry, yes, he was good at skateboarding also. Oh, God, Lord. We took my sister's Bengal to the beach. She loved it. Oh, how cool. Oh, how cool. Yeah. I used to have, you take the dogs for a walk and you have your cat follow. Now, this is the black and I'll sharpen it up, but I might, if I can't get these fine enough, but I am using Lyra just to be different. I might have to get out the black felt pen. I need to keep this really sharp, but it's lost its point already. We'll see how we go. I just thought I'd use Lyra just to be different. There are a few dogs here. He's alright with Buckley, and that's the first dog he's met. There's another one that was walking up the road the other day and spotted him. Woo, started barking at that, and he was just sitting at the door. I was actually across the road, but outside. But he just sat at the door. I don't think it bothered him. But the last thing I want him to do is come across a dog that is nasty and then, scare the hell out of him or whatever. And then he won't, sort of like dogs. Because with Buckley, they were so funny together. Smooching up to the door. It was like, really? Normally, they're hissing and, they're natural predator, natural enemy, but no, he was funny. So I don't want him to get scared. Now for her lips. Now I'm going to start. No, I won't. No, I won't. I'll stick with what I was using. Alright. Smudge everywhere. Okay. Now this one's back to the Carbothello yellow. I reckon, yeah, her bangle light outside shadow. Her bangle light outside shadow gets anxiety, doesn't like open spaces. Oh. Wesley loves it outside, and he's been stuck inside since he got here. He's doing well, but like I was saying before, he was crying when I was outside. He wants to come out, but next Friday, not quite a week to go, and he'll have his cat net, and he can come outside. I've just got to block a little bit of a section there, so he can't get under the house. I do not want him to get under there. But apart from that, I'm so looking forward to it. And I've got the little fountain out there. When I first set it up and got it going, he's got his paw on the screen gently touching it. He wants to go out and play in the water. Hi, Lily. Good to see you, girl. I suppose I'm going in the pet store and giving the birds all kinds of grief. Love it. It was so funny on sharing. Oh. Giving the birds a heart attack at the pet store. Good one. All right. Now I've put carbothello, green, yellow, a little bit of cream carbothello, and now I've got the drawing warm earth. I really need. Oh, get out the Prisma. Can't help myself. Hang on. Don't know if I'll use. I don't know if I've got a new black yet. I don't think so. No, I haven't. That's all right. I'll get pencils everywhere. I'll go back to the warmer black. This calls for concentration. There we go. Now I'll use Ruby Earth 6510. Now, it's such a small area. And it's green. That'll do though. Green Shadow 4135 in the double drawing. And then I can just get a Posca or something. It's just lightening up that green just a little bit. Posca's not very happy at the moment. Oh, this is a cool picture. Thank you, Lulu. There you go. Can't smell still. How interesting. You can't, Lulu. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for being here. Everyone say hello to Sarah and make her feel welcome. I had it a year ago and my sense of smell is still hit and miss. Oh, so important a sense. Does it take long? Stuck up toast, Canterbury mold case. Oh, can't wait to try these fluorescent Poscas. Yeah, they should be good. Oh, Lulu. Oh, darling. And anyone here like that's been sick with it, best wishes to you. And I hope you didn't get it really bad. Oh, dear. Be a year next month. God, it really knocks people for a 6. Terrible stuff. Terrible. All right, so I hope she's looking okay. Now, I have got Carbothello here, so I have to remember that. But, I mean, this is how much it's smudging, you can see. And you certainly don't want to be dragging that black around either. Now, this one is Brown Ochre 5700. Ruby Earth 6510. And they're doing drawings that I'm using. Now I'm going to get the Lyra black. Just make sure the outline of her lip there stands out. Yeah, I might do a nails black too. That'll look really cool. Okay. What other colours have we got? Venetian red. And then back to the Brown Ochre 5700. Blend that red out a little bit. Then back to the Venetian red. But I did it heavier in the shaded area, and now I'm just going over lighter in these other areas. I'll get a bit of a tooth there. And then a little bit, hang on, do a drawing. Wheat 5715, and I'm going to sharpen that. Oh, come on, mouse, wake up. Hi, Sarah. Did I say hello to you just before? I'm not sure. I just saw that and just thought I'd say it again just in case. I don't like to miss anyone. Blessed live you have not. Hubby works in a hospital too. Oof. You did too, Abby. You had a mild case as well, did you? Oh, goodness me. Now, a bit of a shadow under her lip, and I'm just going to work on that a bit more. What colour I use, but anyway. Now for her throat underneath, just a very light layer of warm earth. No, it's not dark enough. Chocolate 6600 in the dirt drawing, just very lightly because it is a dark colour. And then I'm going to use wheat 5715 in the derma drawing. Back to warm earth, only because I did a bit too much lightness there. But because I've put that creamy colour there, I can go over, and it's just a nice shade of brown. Just going over lightly. You can do a few more layers to get the colour you want. Now with her chin, I don't want to drag that darker colour up, but I do want to just define that line a little bit, so I'm just lightly cleaning that up. Now for her cheeks, what colour? Bit of terracotta, which is 6400. Just lightly though. She's whatever she is, a demon. I don't know what she is, but I don't want her to have rosy pink cheeks like a fairy or something. She's no, she's not in that category. And then there's a bit of hair coming down there as well. Put that in a fine point if I can. little bit darker on this side. Anyway, there's a fair bit of work to go with her. I'm starting to really get into just playing around with details with her, and her nose needs touching up and all sorts of stuff, yeah. Oh, yeah, thank goodness it was very mild. I had both thinking about the booster. That's what some folks do understand. I won't likely keep you out of hospital. Yeah, that's right, Sherry. That's right. It won't stop you getting it, but it just makes you get it milder. I love her eyes, Heather. Thank you, Sherry. I finally catch a stream and my hubby starts talking to me. She's spooky. Awesome, because that's the way I want her to be. Vampire. Yeah, she hasn't got the fangs hanging down, but she could be a vampire. October is my favourite month. I love it. Yeah, well, it was only this, last night I was sort of across the road having drinky poos, but it's like I've got to prepare for stream, and then of course it's daylight savings now, and it's like, I've got to set the alarm and make sure I get up in time because I don't know what I'm going to colour. I got up this morning, what will I colour? And I go, oh, it's October, Halloween, Spooktober. So I thought, well, that's what I might do. I might colour something spooky. And then I looked at a couple, because all my books are in the boxes. It's driving me up the wall. But anyway, so I sort of knew where these were and they were accessible. So I decided to get this one out. I'm just blending this in a little bit with the Derwent drawing, Chinese white, but now she has got a tooth in there, which I just about coloured in. A light grey, a warm grey, 7010. She's got this, thanks to the pencil, she's got this bit of a line on her tooth, but that's all right. Just a little bit of posture. I don't want her teeth white. I'm just bringing back the colour a little bit. There's a little bit of a white a line there. So I'm just putting a bit of Posca there. So I need something this might be a bit dark, but dark sepia. I just need something a bit finer. Just a bit of shadow from her lip. She should have rotten grey teeth. They're not supposed to be pearly whites. From all the offal she's been eating. Well, Twilight Vamps didn't have them. Yeah, but that's Twilight. They weren't normal vampires. They were weird. It wasn't a bad series. Not like me, slept in, laugh out loud. Oh well, it's because it's daylight savings. A possibility I could have left it. It's like I'm going to stream in 20 minutes, but I wasn't prepared. I didn't know what I was going to colour, so I had to get up a bit earlier so I could get organised. Throw some sparkles on her so she will be a twilighter. I could do that. Heather, I saw your video. You've moved. Love your new home. Oh, you saw that, Lulu? Yes. Nice and bright here. I've got the blind down a bit at the moment, so it's not so glary. But yeah, so I've moved. New home, new house, new car, new. Yep. All good. Loving it. I'm glad you saw that. Well, they could be red with a bit of blood dripping on her face. Yes. But I quite like her face at the moment. She does look she needs warm grey. I mean, I could spend a lot of time on this. I'm enjoying colouring her too. Her eyes don't need to be so white. Now, what's this one? This is ivory black. So just a bit of colour on her hair. And then green shadow. Perfect, because that's what I'm using it for, shadow. Just across there. And then this warm grey, just take away that white, because that's just not. I don't know, I'll put a bit more yellow. Oops. I hate dropping my pencil. A bit more yellow back into her eye. I should leave it alone when I start playing around. It's like, should have left it alone. Leave it alone. Yeah, leave them alone. Leave it. There's only one little bit that's bugging me. And I'll wait for that to dry before I do anything. But just that bit of black on an eye was just a bit too much. It's a bit thick. Now, back to the green shadow on this side. Just got a bit of shadow there. What else? Just food for thought, laugh out loud. Yep. Well, I'm going to do clean this up. I'll do one of her nails. Been going for 2 hours and 12 minutes, doing well. Hanging for a cigarette, I have to admit. And my 3 offsiders don't smoke, so maybe they can help me give up. Yeah, we're right, but I should. Now I'm going to use just a cuppa 450 in the light blue, and I'm going to refresh this so I don't smudge everywhere. Yeah, I'm going to use just cuppa light blue to start off with. I'll just do a couple. And then I'm going to use, we'll see how we go, Lyra Black. Now, if this is not black enough, I might resort to a fine felt pen or because I want them. Prisma's a good a good black. Now, why I use the blue? Because I thought, well, I'll just end up using a Posca on there anyway. Get a real nasty, sharp point on that. Not black enough. Where's my thin one? I want these babies really black. Yeah, that'd be right. I'd probably put my hand in that and go. Yeah, that's what I want, real black. You could even get out like a pearlescent as well, would look really cool. The like Coloro. And that's kind of why I put the blue in her fingernail. And I thought I'll probably end up using the white Posca for highlight anyway, but just having the blue come through, a light blue is good. Instead of using white. Let them dry. But yeah, having the black nails I think is pretty cool. Belinda, I'm excited to see what you've got planned for this month. Yep, I think is doing us something. Still waiting. She's always behind. That's for ripping open a vein. That's exactly right. I know. I'm kind of, now that I'm settled in here, and although I haven't got my books and that out yet, I was like, oh, come on, Shelley, do Spooktober. It's a bit late now. It takes a lot of organising, but yeah, it's yeah. Come on, get on, do it. All right, I'll do another one. Oh, did I hear a little puppy go? My neighbour Wendy went and picked up a Maltese Shih Tzu yesterday. He's 8 weeks old, and oh my god, he is so cute. He is adorable, and his name's Bailey. And I think I just heard him crying then. I'm not sure. But oh, he's a little ball of fluff. Come on, Pen. Work it, baby. Work it, work it. Yeah, I'm putting a bit of wow into those nails. So you've got to be careful if you don't get that point right. It'll end up longer and longer and longer. I don't know whether I yeah, I know I should leave it alone because I'll end up in trouble here. Pasta's not going to work properly. It's saying no, leave it alone, just to make it a bit darker. But I think her eyes are all right the way they are. Heather, do you have cute and creepy? What, on the one page? Good, no, I'd have to have a look. Possibility. God knows what I've got. I just wish I could get all my books out and have a look through them. Again, cute and creepy on the one page. This is cute and creepy. What are you talking about? You're looking at it. He's cute. She's creepy. There's a few events this month. Halloween-a-thon and Harry Potter. Yeah, I know about Harry Potter, and I said that to Emily, I might not be set up in time. I am, but I haven't got anything Harry Potter. Hopefully I'll be able to catch some streams. Laugh out loud. I love that book and have done several picks from it. Yeah, I know about the Harry Potter-a-thon, but I have no idea about the Halloween-a-thon. But hey, you know, I'll just do my own thing and fly solo. I wonder if I should do this. Actually, it would be cool. I don't know, like in a glitter gel pen or something, make it different. I don't know what colour. I thought red to go with their black nails. That could be red. That would be cool. Hey, Ray. There you going, darling. Thank you for being here. All right, I'll do that. Hang on a second. All right. Oh, what are you doing? I can hear him. Bailey. Did she go out and leave or something? All right, what have we got here? Sorry about the table, guys. Not much I can do about it. Now, which one is... So now that they're all... God, I can't even get it out. Oh. What's that one? That's glitter. I don't want neon. I want it to be red, not pink. Alright, now I need a spare piece of paper. Let me see. No, that one's too pink. Metallic. Oh, that one's a yucky colour, that one. That one's not very red either. I'd like it to be, well, I suppose I could add glitter onto it. Try this one. I like it, the Kaiser gel pens again, I don't think. One thing I do like about having this bookcase with my pencils is I can stick stuff on top of it too. It's good. They're just not really, I'm just testing them out down here, but they're just not a real, you know, real blood red, nice red. The only other thing I could probably do, a Black Widow, Ladybird. I think it's a good red. Yeah, it's a pretty good red. We'll see how we go with that. What's the percentage? All right, so I've got Black Widow, Ladybug. We'll see how we go. Sure it's clean. I'd still like it to be a much darker red, so I'll use this as a base, I think. A bit of Lyra in the dark carmine. I'm going to end up getting out of the prison. I can just say it. I'm going to get out, what am I doing? I'm thinking ahead. Yeah, that's better. That's bringing it up a bit. Still a bit pink, but anyway, I have to wait till the end till I've coloured the rest of it. But I'll do some few blood drips coming down. But I do need to colour the rest of it before you do the final touches like that. That's last. Oh my God, I'll tell you what, these are tight in here. They're hard to get out. Now I've got the red on there. I'm going to go around and to his eyes. I've actually dragged a bit of red onto that, which doesn't matter. Probably should have waited till it dried because they are quite juicy. I might wait. I know I should wait till it dries. His nostrils. I'm going to wait till that dries and then I'll do some, maybe if I remember, some dark grey for the rest of it. So it's got different colours in it. It's not just... Yeah, I'll wait till it dries as I chat and And I'll put some dark grey into that and wait till it dries, and I might even grab a different red out because that's still not a real red that I like. But we'll see how we go. This is looking good. Thank you, Sherry. Alrighty, hang on. 2.5 hours today. Sorry about the table. There we go. There's a lot to go, but I'm having fun doing her. She's pretty cool. There we go. Or should I zoom in? I have to take a photo of it and upload and do all the editing. And then there's the outside I can play with as well and do something with that as well. But I think I'll end up using fixative on it because this will smudge. It's just coming off like pan pastels or any other pastel, soft pastel. So it's definitely going to have fixative on it. But if you do colour this one, just take it easy because it is Create Space. It's really thin paper. So this is part 1. Happy Spooktober, October. Hope you all have a good week. You all take care of yourselves, and I shall talk to you soon. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. All right, guys. Love you and leave you. Talk to you soon. Thank you for being here, everyone. What book? This one. This one is Delicious Doodles Collection. I'll leave that one alone. Shades of Darkness by Terry Sherman. And there is a flip through in my playlist there somewhere as well. There should be. Ladies, Heather, laugh out loud, Boyle. Yeah. No worries. Good to see Lulu and Rain and a few people I haven't seen for quite a while. And thank you to anyone new that came in as well. Was it Vicky? I'm just looking back. I don't want to get that wrong. Now I can't find you, girl. Where are you? Sarah, thank you for being here. And I'm terrible. I can't remember everyone, but take care of yourselves, guys, and I shall talk to you. And Kimmy had to go out, didn't she? Take care, guys. Oh, I'm glad to see you back, Lulu, and I'm glad you're feeling better, honey. Awesome. All right, guys, everyone take care from all the stuff that's going on out there. See you later.